at the end of the day, we all have different lifestyles. I've had that situation a lot, and it's like you do what you do, I do what I do. But if you could understand where I'm coming from, if we could make it work, then that's great. But I'm not going to lie to a guy. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'm this, I'm that. I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you want to work that out, we're going to work it out.
Do you find that a lot of women have that approach, and as far as I'm not going to lie to you, I'm just going to be who I am?
No, I don't.
Is that something that you would say you've learned recently?
Yes, I have.
Good for you.
I really have, yes. And I've noticed a lot that when you're a dancer and a lot of girls are like, I'm a waitress, they lie about what they are. It kind of...
Ashley.
Ashley, please, you want to answer this?
Answer what?
No, I think we already know that she lied to her boyfriend for you.
My
Ex-boyfriend.
boyfriend, my current boyfriend, does know what I do, and he's perfectly okay with what I do.
Of course.
And we are very happy together. Going on 2 years now.
Yay!
Okay. So back to the question again. I thought this was an interesting concept because my opinion has always been that looks they don't play the main role in what attracts me to a guy. They just don't. They are not the main component, whereas I think that men are much more physical, much more visual. I think that what makes a man attractive is not necessarily his looks. They can make him unattractive, but I just find that there are qualities that a man has that makes me attracted to him.
Of course.
More so than his physical appearance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like I said earlier, there has to be something, even if it's just his eyes or just his hair or whatever.
Spark.
There has to be an initial something.
Draw.
Yes. Because if Frumpy Dumpy comes in and he's hanging out with you and
some women like that.
He's like the best guy ever, but now he's my best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, we've all been there.
Okay, so let's do a quick round away. Okay, so top quality top quality or two that you look for in a guy, Ashley.
Eyes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Kate.
Stability.
Stability?
Yes.
Okay. Monica?
I agree with you on that, but also on a butt. I'm sorry. I like the butt. I'm sorry. I like the butt and the eyes.
And like I said, no oil and no
Okay, we got that. No oil.
yuckiness.
Okay.
Not cute.
Okay. So, with that in mind, number to call in, by the way, again, if you have any questions for the ladies, it's 702-257-KDWN. That's 702-257-5396. Let's go to the listener emails, see what we have here. And we're going to discuss on the other side of the break in the next 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to talk about what makes a woman attractive and what makes a woman sexy. And if you have your thoughts or input on that, we'd love to hear from you. But as far as the email questions go, we're going to start with this one from Danny in Las Vegas. Do you guys like what you do? Are there certain things that really tick you off? What kinds of things are major don'ts in a strip club? This is from Danny in Las Vegas. I want to start with Monica on this one. Think you can handle that?
Okay, yes, I do. I love stripping. I really do. Actually, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I don't see myself stopping right now. Like I said, I want to go to school later on, but not right now. Right now, I love it. I love what I do.
Okay. And are there certain things that really tick you off? What kinds of things are major don'ts in any strip club?
Yes. Actually, what I don't like is when guys think because they pay a certain amount for you to dance for them, they feel like they need to do whatever or touch you or do. They feel because they pay a certain amount that they could do whatever they want with you. And it's not like that. It's not at all. Like I said, at the end of the day, we all have boundaries. And this is my lifestyle, but at the same time, I want respect.
There's a distinct difference between a prostitute and a dancer.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes, basically, yes.
Okay. And Kate, do you want me to read the question again for you?
Yes.
Okay. It's, do you like what you do?
You know, I haven't minded it for 8 years. And then I met my boyfriend I'm with now, and he's like, you can do anything but that. You know,
Right. So it causes trouble at home.
We have lives outside of that, and I can respect that. Do I want my boyfriend going and showing all of his goodies to people? No, absolutely not. No. Mm-hmm. So I respect that from him. And so I have a life outside of that. I don't mind what I do. I also think that there's an age limit on that. You have to grow up.
Yeah,
You have
there's
to get a
definitely a cap on
career.
that. Yeah.
You have to move on with your life.
What would you say the age limit is before we finish off this question?
How about 30?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay.
I think that's the general.
I think that's a generally that should be a goal.
Acceptable, even in a female being a stripper. I'm 27. Okay, I'm gonna be 28, 30. I think along the board, I've talked to other women, and they're like, if I'm not done with this when I'm 30, I may
never get out.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's. I personally, I feel for the person who's 35 or 65, and they're still doing it. And there's women who are that old, and they're still doing it.
Okay, so are there certain things that really tick you off? What kinds of things are major don'ts in any strip club?
Pretty much like what Monica said. Everything has a boundary, and everybody has their level, and they want to be respected, and I want to respect your boundaries. And, we're all there to have a good time, and let's just respect
How
that.
often do you find men have boundaries?
I've met a couple people, and they're like, I'm married, I shouldn't even be here.
Right.
And I respect that. And they're like, I just want to tip you on stage, or you did really awesome on stage. And you get in a conversation with them, and they're like, here's a couple, you're not there to just be naked and whatever. You're there to entertain them and to make them feel special, and that's your job. And if you can do that, and you can do it well, you can make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah, there's another question I have on that note. Remind me in a second. Let's get to Ashley on this one, though. Do you like what you do, Ashley?
I love what I do. It's fun.
Are there certain things that really tick you off? What kinds of things are major don'ts in any strip club?
Well, a major don't is, along with what you said about getting a dancer confused with a prostitute, I hate that people get confused between a strip club and a brothel. We are not a brothel.
Okay.
We will not give you hand jobs. We will not do stuff like that. And people come in and think, I will give you this much money to do this and that. And they're just very rude. And that is just a big no.
In our minds, we're also thinking, okay, you just offered me $200 to give you a hand job, but yet you just spent $400 and I did nothing.
Yeah.
So I think I'll skip the $200. They're
Right. Well,
let's look at this like as a reasonable adult.
Of course, it's prostitution is of course illegal in Clark County.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
You never know who you're dancing for.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be careful.
Exactly, because there's girls that could sit there and do a lot for you, and then expect that the next girl's gonna do that for you.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's what we get a lot.
Yeah, these are technicalities.
And
of
we're
course.
always individuals. So if you look at it as like this girl's an individual, then your experience is going to be far better,
More diverse.
far more exceeding your expectation versus I'm coming in there and every girl does that.
So you would say though that the stereotypical concept that entertainers and dancers, they hate what they do and they're miserable people and they have no souls and I mean would you agree or obviously not agree with that? I mean, do you think that's a bad stereotype?
I can honestly say from my experience working at some of the 21 and older clubs that the majority of the older women are the ones who say, I hate my life. I hate what I do. These men do this. These men do that. I think that stereotype.
You get hard.
Yeah.
After
Jaded.
a while. Jaded.
Yes. It's definitely more the older women that feel that way.
Yes.
I have to say that I've noticed that as well, but at the same time, in my experience, I haven't seen that to be the case, like across the board. Yeah,
Yes.
like all over the place. So I think that's an unfortunate stereotype that we run into quite a bit. Okay, so we're almost out of time in this segment. Let's see if we can squeeze another question really quick. Let's see.
You can skip number 2, but you can read it.
No, I think that I was definitely going to read that one. So how about this? Best way to take a stripper home with me. This is from Anthony in Southern California.
I said, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Really?
Most of
Really?
us, like
Do you have
I
$1
said,
million? Okay.
Not even at that. Most of us have lives outside of the club again.
A lot of us are married. A lot of us have children at home. When we take those
You don't
heels
have any
off
children
every
at home, do
day.
you?
No, not me,
Okay.
but
Yes.
Monica
I do.
does. Yes.
I do, and like you said, at the end of the day, you take the heels off, and it's like, okay, it's time to be a mom. It's time to be reality, and
It's the same thing with the compliments thing last
Right,
time
right.
was when you leave the strip club, do you leave with a big head? Absolutely not, because when when my job is done, I leave that at the door.
Okay, but I have to just quickly say, didn't you date a customer, Ashley?
Oh, yes, you met him.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yes, I met my boyfriend at the strip club. Yes, but he was not a customer of mine. I have never once given him a lap dance, and I have never once taken money from him inside the strip club. Ever. So
Really?
therefore, he is not a customer of mine. No.
Okay, but you did meet him at the club.
Yes.
So it is possible then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, didn't you just say, forget about it?
Oh, ha ha.
Okay. Number to call in is 257 KDWN. We'll see you on the other side. You're listening to Raw Dialogue with the Raw Dialogue panel. We'll be right back.
Don't do that Kevin Hart shit.
Welcome back to the program. You are listening to Raw Dialogue on News Talk 720 KDWN. We're talking to the panel tonight, going over our listener emails and questions regarding relationships and other strip club related issues, gender issues, who is sexy, what is sexy really all about. One of the other questions that we had, well, actually, let me give out the number in case you have a question you'd like to call in for these dancers. It is 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-5396. If you have any questions for the panel tonight, relationship questions, dating questions, anything of the like. These guys are like a peanut gallery back here. Every time I look up, it's like insanity. Okay. Now, what were we just talking about during the break? I forgot what it was. Was it?
Well, I brought up the last question we had was about, what's the best way to.
From Anthony in Southern California.
Yes.
Best way to take a stripper home with me.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a little confusion. My viewpoint on that is because every day we do get at least one customer who says, how can I get you to come home with me? Meaning, how can I get you to come home and sleep with me right now? When it got brought up about how I met my boyfriend in a club, I mentioned, that wasn't, can you come home and sleep with me? That was, can I take you on a date? And I feel like there's a very big difference between how can I get you to come home with me and how can I get you to come on a proper date with me?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a very big difference between the two.
So here's a quick question. Would you say how much effort would someone really have to put into this? I mean, now if we were to say, let me take you on a date, they work on you for the next 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? Do they have a chance? Maybe if you get along with them or if you like them. I mean, is there a chance there?
If the girl likes you, she's going to be like, okay.
You think so?
Absolutely. Off the bat. We're not outrageously hard women to get. I'm sorry, not to say that we're easy either, but we're women. And we go with what we're attracted to. And so if I'm a cocktail waitress at a bar and I'm serving you all night and you're telling me I would like to take you out, and at the end of the night I say, that sounds great, that's the same thing. But at the end of the day, I've been a dancer for 9 years and I've never, experienced that once in the hundreds of thousands of people I've met. That's my personal experience. Someone else might feel different.
Do you feel like you discriminate based on the fact that they are going into a strip club?
Yes.
You do. Okay, do you? Clearly not, right?
No.
Okay, Monica?
Actually, no.
I don't think it's wrong to go in a strip club. I just don't ever want somebody that I see that I might love or potentially be with. I don't want to throw what I do as a day-to-day basis, my job,
in their face.
In their face. And I don't want that to come back 20 years from now. Like, I saw you dancing on a... That's not going to happen because I'm not going to let it.
But honestly, like you said, a man is a man. They're going to want to come to a strip club. That's what they're meant for. And, you could actually meet, a wonderful man there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying you can't. It's just saying my choice is that I'm not going to. So there's those certain women who are like, it's just not going to happen here.
I think there are actually men out there that don't make a habit of going to strip clubs.
My boyfriend has never been to a strip club.
I just thought that was an interesting thing that, that Monica just said, that they're men and they go to, this is like a natural thing. But I think that there's actually a large percentage of the population that doesn't frequent these places.
Absolutely. And, as with any population in any group.